I welcome you all to the video lecture on the topic Network Topologies for Banks. This is the second lecture on this particular topic, Network Topologies for Banks. In one of the earlier lectures, while explaining about the network topologies of bank, at the initial moment I explained the meaning of topologies. Is the layout of connections, how the wiring for the connectivity of different computers is configured. That is what the meaning of topologies is. Means cables, nodes, devices, how they are organized, how they are connected with each other, what is the methodology used for connectivity of all various devices. This is what the meaning of topologies is. It means, in other words, we can say the arrangement of networks is known as topology. This is what in detail we discussed in our earlier lecture. Then, in our earlier lecture, I also explained, while explaining various types of network topology, I explained about the very first type of network topology, that is bus network topology. With the help of this diagram, with the help of this picture, I explained what is the bus network topology, what are the advantages of bus network topology, and what are some disadvantages that we discussed in our earlier lecture. Now in today's lecture we are going to discuss, I am going to explain some more types of network topology. The first type of network topology, that is bus network topology, we studied in our earlier lecture. Now the second type, I will start this lecture from explaining the second type of network topology. The second type of network topology is known as star network topology. In this type of star network topology, all the computers are connected to the central device called hub. Here in this figure, in this picture, we can see this is the central device, or this is the computer which is at the central position. It is also known as central hub. And all other computers and devices which are known as network nodes, these all are connected with this central device. Node sends the electronic signals to hub and then to the remaining computers on the network. So all these computers are connected to this central hub. It is known as central connection point. It is known as central hub or central computer. And all other nodes are connected to this central hub. If hub will fail, then all computers networks will also fail. The connectivity of all these computers depends upon this central hub. If only one computer will fail, then it will not affect the other network. Means all the connectivity depends upon this central hub. We can separate out any of the hub from the central hub. Means if you separate out this particular point or particular computer, it will not affect over the network connectivity of other computers. If you separate out this one, then it will not affect over the connectivity of the remaining computers or remaining system which is connected to the central. So in this star network topology, what is the important thing which we should remember here is that the central hub is very important for the connectivity of all other networks. Due to its centralized nature, the topology offers simplicity of operation. It also achieves isolation of each device in the network. Means we can separate out these all devices from the central point. So it is each device in the network can be isolated at any moment. Adding or removing network nodes is very in this type of star topology. We can add more networks or we can remove the existing network. It can be done without affecting the entire network. We can easily separate out one of the node. we can make an addition to the another network here without disturbing the other existing networks in this type of star network topology. There are some disadvantages I would like to mention here, that the network operation depends on the functioning of central hub. Hence, central hub failure leads to the failure of the entire network. So here in this topology, star network topology, central hub plays a pivotal role, important role for the continuity of the connection. The number of nodes that can be added depends upon the capacity of the central hub, and the setup cost for the star network topology is quite high in comparison to the bus network. So this is the second type of network, that is star network topology. Now after discussing the second one, we will now move towards the third point, that is mesh network topology. In this mesh network topology, each node in the network has connection with other node in the network. Here in this picture we can see each node in this network is connection with other node in this network. Means each and every node is connected with each other. Here in this picture we can see this node is connected with this one, it is also connected with this one, it is also connected to this node. Means each and every node, each and every device is connected to the other devices. It is a complex type of network. The cost of this network is very high as it requires large amount of cables which can be connected to each other. The cable network is very complex here in this mesh network topology, because here in this particular type it needs to connect, each and every hub needs to connect with the other existing hubs in that network line. It is more reliable as there is more than one path between the source and the destination in the network. Means it the arrangement of the network node is such that it is possible to transmit data from one node to many other nodes at the same time. Therefore, it is a complex network. If the network is the node is connected, we can transmit the data from this node to this node to this one, or we can also transmit this data from this node to this one. So mutual connectivity is possible here. Each and every node is mutually connected with the all existing nodes in this mesh network top. The failure of a signal node does not cause the entire network to fail, as there are the alternative paths of data transfer. If one of the node fails, it will not affect over the other nodes, because these other nodes are mutually connected with each other. For this type of network, a lot of cable is required, lot of wiring is required, thus it cost is quite higher in comparison to the other network. And complexity, administration of the mesh network is difficult and it is more complex as all other nodes are connected with each other. So this one is the another type, that is mesh network topology. After studying the mesh network topology, now we can see in this particular picture how complexity of wirings, each and every node is connected with each other in this mesh network. After studying this, now I will come to the last point, that is ring network topology. This ring network topology, each node connects to two other nodes. In this picture we can see this particular node, it is connected to the earlier node and it also connects to the node which is further coming on this line. So in this way, the one node connects to two other nodes. In the same way, if you take an example of this node, this is the node which is connected to two other nodes, this one and this one. So in this way, it forms a circle, it forms a ring type shape. That is why it is known as ring network topology. Single continuous pathway of the signals. The connectivity signals in this particular type of network topology flows in this particular direction. Therefore, the failure of any node may result the failure of the whole ring network. Any disturbance in the flow of the networking system means continuous pathway for the signals is there. So any disturbance in this continuous pathway will disturb all the connectivity, network connectivity of the system. All the devices will get disconnected if some network disturbance occurs in this type of ring network topology. This is a central server is not required for the management of this type of topology. In our earlier some examples, we studied about the central server, particularly in star topology. We studied the central hub plays an important role. But in this type of ring network topology, it doesn't require a central server for the management of this type of. In comparison to bus, a ring is better to handling load of the network. The addition and removing of network node is very easy as the process requires only changing two connections. Means any of the hub we can remove from this network system. It will not disturb the other system, and we can also make an addition. In this particular ring network, we can also make the addition of some other additional networks, other additional system or hubs. The failure of signal node in the network can cause the entire network. This is one most important disadvantage, is that the failure of a signal node means failure in this network will occur, failure of all the networks. So this is the type known as ring network topology. In this way, in this particular lecture, we studied further three different types of network topology, and in this way I explained the another type of topologies, that are star network topology, mesh network topology, and ring network topology. Apart from these different types which I mentioned in both the lectures in earlier and this particular lecture, there are many more network topologies that exists in the system, but I will not go deep and deep into that particular topic. I will stop here with explaining these four different types of topologies: bus network topology, star network topology, mesh network topology, and ring network topology. These are the four important network topologies. In this lecture, I stop here. Thank you for your listening.